Hi everybody. Have I got something in store for you? Today we are going to drive down one of the most beautiful and most dangerous highways in America. This is US Highway 550. It stretches from Durango to Ouray, Colorado, and Silverton is in the middle. This highway is commonly referred to as the $1 Million Highway. You will go through 3 mountain passes on this highway. The first one we come to today is Molas Pass. It is 10,910 feet in elevation. This pass is not the highest or the scariest on this road, but it is still beautiful, and it's actually open usually all year round. The other cool thing, kind of a fun fact about this pass, is it's the last mountain pass of the Iron Horse Bicycle Classic race, where riders race against the Durango-Silverton train. This highway is actually part of the San Juan Skyway, which is a 233-mile loop through some of the most iconic terrain in southwest Colorado. So that tiny little town nestled down there is Silverton. The little town of Silverton is where the Durango-Silverton narrow gauge railroad goes to. So you ride that train all the way to here, you get off, you walk around this sweet little town. There's shops and food and bed and breakfasts, and I mean, it's just a fantastic little town. And then you get back on the train and you go back to Durango. Or you can get off the train and stay the night here in this sweet little town and then take the train back to Durango in a couple days. Or there are also some hiking options between point A and B that you can do. Or you can drive up and stay in Silverton. It is such a sweet, sweet little town. You can see the river down there. The Animas River. I couldn't help but notice how many times I called Silverton a sweet little town earlier. I just don't know what other words I would use to describe it. It's historic, it's quaint, it's ma and pa. There's dirt roads. The only paved road is this one that runs through the town, which is the highway. It's perfect. It's stuck here in this little valley next to the river. Hiking galore. The train comes in with people and then it takes those people away. So most of the time, it's just the town folk. We stayed here several years ago in a little bed and breakfast for a couple of nights, and it was incredible to sit in the hot tub under the stars at night out here. There's not near as much light pollution, and oh my goodness, it was just one of the most memorable trips we've ever made. So if you guys get a chance, come check out Silverton, and I recommend staying a little while. Sure, you can come in on the train for an hour and a half, but this is a place where you could spend a good 2 or 3 days just relaxing and milling around and getting to know the locals. I totally forgot to even mention the backroading opportunities. This is a place where people who own Jeeps and side-by-sides love to come and explore. There are miles and miles and miles of back roads that wind through these mountains that you can take your 4-wheel drive adventure vehicles out on. So coming up, we're going to be going through Red Mountain Pass, and it is one of the most dangerous mountain passes in the United States, and it's a pretty creepy one. You guys will see why. Well, we're going to be on the good side. We'll be on the inside, but the people on the outside, they're in some pretty crazy places. I see the water down there. All right, you can see why it's called Red Mountain. Red Mountain Pass gets its name from the red mountain that you see here. This is a 11,018-foot elevation pass, and the mountain is red from the iron oxide-laden rock that forms the slopes. This part of the highway is one of the most dangerous, as mentioned before, but a big part of the reason for that is the 8% grade and the switchbacks on the north-facing side of this mountain, making it extremely treacherous in the winter. An average of 7 people die on this very mountain pass every single year. Another major thing with this mountain pass in particular is that there's no guardrails. This is because of the amount of snow that they get in this area. The roads are so narrow that if there were guardrails, there would be nowhere for the plows to put the snow. So there are no guardrails. So you have to be extra careful because some of these are straight drops. This is the highest point on the $1 Million Highway, which brings me to the name. Why is it called the $1 Million Highway? Well, there's a couple of different suggestions as to why it's called that. One is that it's the views. There's $1 million views everywhere you turn on this road. It's absolutely gorgeous from one end to the other. Some say that it's because you wouldn't get them to drive it unless you paid them $1 million. And maybe that's it, because it is definitely a nail-biting, butt-squeezing drive. As I mentioned before, these hills and mountains are full of iron oxide. That's right, that means this was mining territory. Once upon a time ago, there were several towns and communities spread out through here. 3 of them in particular was Red Mountain Town, Ironton, and Guston. And that's some of what you're seeing here is the leftovers from those mining communities. There was actually mining done right up until the 1970s. It's just amazing, guys. It's really hard to put into perspective on this camera how big those are. There's a waterfall up there. Do you see it? Road narrows, and I might point out again, no guardrails. And that's what you got to look forward to. There's some more of those mining leftovers I was telling you about. Look, they gave us a little bit of a guardrail. Wasn't that nice of them?
All scraped up.
Can you imagine back in the 1880s or so when this was hand carved through these mountains? It was originally a toll road, and it was built to carry the ore to and from the railroad in the small town of Ouray. It wasn't paved until the 1920s. It's kind of cool driving through here this early in the season. The waterfalls are all really going from the snow melt. Wonder what's up that road.
I don't know. I don't think we're gonna find out. Probably Bear Creek Pass or some shit. That really scary mountain pass.
There are some really crazy mountain passes up here. Like I
They're
said,
like Jeep only.
yeah, you can go ATV and out of here. Down there is from the mines. So there's all mine houses up there, mine buildings. An hour. How many of those signs have you seen? Just that.
Imagine taking a semi on this. This is crazy.
Yeah, well, I can imagine. And it was dark, and you couldn't see. Yeah, it was crazy. It was one of the craziest things I ever had to do when we were driving a tractor trailer. waterfall is why. It's there for a waterfall.
It's there for the snow.
Oh, is that what it's there for?
Yes, it's a snow shed to keep the snow from
see.
coming down and blocking the highway. But you can see how it works because the waterfall's falling off it.
I wish it wasn't raining. Make your swishers go.
Make my swishers go.
This is a pretty section.
I find it funny we can't think of the real words to things anymore.
Yeah, we're getting old. We will be muting that shit. Y'all aren't going to get to hear that. I want my kids to hear it. Eek. This is where we thought we were on the inside at.
We are, thank goodness.
Now imagine, just for a minute, driving a tractor trailer.
The other direction.
Yep. At night. Got no idea.
Here comes Big Sign out.
Uh-huh. But his butt cheeks are squeezed, which you want to bet. Her butt cheeks and their butt cheeks. Yeah.
All y'all's butt cheeks.
There's no point out, not a guardrail one. Nope, no guardrails. Why would we do that? Oh yeah, and the road's falling in over here.
No lines.
No lines. Just imagine it. I'm telling y'all, this is probably the craziest drive we've ever done in our lives.
One of the most beautiful.
Oh,
That is a sheer canyon. I don't know how far down that goes. You can't see
in
the
a
bottom.
waterfall.
Probably a couple thousand feet.
He goes a long ways. Another waterfall. Hey, that one has a pull out to the right. Why don't you make it?
Okay.
Look at that view, guys. Incredible. God, this is a terrifying route. We won't be coming back this way.
No, we will be leaving a different way.
Yeah. I don't want to be on that side.
It's terrifying.
It
up
really
there,
is terrifying.
especially for the passenger.
I'm not even scared of heights, and it's crazy. It's so pretty. This place is so beautiful.
It's the Switzerland of the United States is what it's called.
It's absolutely stunning. Here's the little town. That is Ouray, nestled in the caldera of all these mountains. Completely surrounded 100% all the way around with mountains. It is absolutely one of our favorite little places to come. Matter of fact, I know for a fact that my friend Todd is green with jealousy over this, because I already sent him a text and told him we were coming here. That's the amphitheater up there. We'll see and hike through part of that tomorrow. This has our favorite hike. It goes around the entire town. It's called the Perimeter Trail. There's several places to start and stop, but we're going to try to do the whole thing. Look at that cute little house.
That truck.
That's a nice truck. There's a brewery. That place is pretty good. We've eaten there.
There's another restaurant down here on the left that we've eaten at. It's pretty good if it's still here. Lots of shopping.
There's a campground right here, that 4J RV park. We've stayed there. That was nice. That's where the bears were that night.
Yes. Trying to get in the dumpsters, and they were trying to get into the ladies next to us car.
Yes.
There's that other restaurant.
Yep, that one's good. Cute little house again that's turned into a business. It's windy, windy. So we're coming up on the hot springs. There's a big park on the left. They do concerts and stuff there, and there's also baseball and things for the kids to play on. And then that pool that you see, that's the hot springs over there. If you keep going through town, at the other end there is another RV park that's really nice. All right, everybody, we've made it to the hot springs, but I'm not taking my phone in there. I want to go and enjoy it. My body hurts and I'm tired. So we're going to go soak. We'll see you guys on down the road.